If I were to tell you that I have a secret trick that can make you look 10 years younger with no needles, no surgery, and it's not even going to cost you a lot of money, would you want to know what it is? Of course you would. Well, in this video, I'm going to share my #1 style trick that I tell my clients so that they can look and feel fabulous regardless of their age. If you are new to me, I am Tracy Gold. I have been styling and designing for women just like you for well over 20 years. Let's get stuck into my secret trick. Why don't we? I know what you're thinking. You're standing in anticipation and hoping it's going to be some big thing that I'm going to tell you. And actually, it's pretty simple. Girlfriend, instead of wearing black, 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 and other neutrals, you need to wear color that suits your complexion. I know, it sounds like a no-brainer and it sounds really simple, but actually for some reason, lots of women feel like it's pretty complicated. So let's talk through it. Now, many women believe that wearing black is going to make you look slimmer. And while sometimes that is true, I won't deny that. Sometimes it's true. Black also can drain the color from your face, make you look a lot more pale, and make you have to wear a lot more makeup to compensate. One thing I've realized as a 51-year-old woman is that with makeup, as we get older, less is better. Sure, will I never go without my lipstick? That is true, because my lips somehow just don't have the same color they used to. But what can do the trick even better is a good color close to your complexion. Don't believe me? Take a look here. Now, this is with lights. This is with my whole setup. Everything is the same. Look at the difference when I'm wearing these neutral colors compared to the color that I'm wearing now. Now, this is one of my favorite colors, and I've discovered, actually, from being on camera, that this is a really good color for me. So, how do you find what I call your pop colors? Because many women are afraid of getting this wrong. They're afraid of looking like a clown. They're afraid of investing in money and getting it home and it doesn't do the trick that they're hoping for. So let me give you some simple advice on how to figure this color thing out. Now, what I want to say to you is that the right color is going to make your under eye look lighter. It can make your entire complexion look more rosy. And believe it or not, it can even lift your cheekbones. I'm not lying. I have a client that we really saw that in real time. When we put on this one dress in this, it was a beautiful periwinkle blue color. Man, this was her pop color because we could see that her cheekbones actually started to lift in comparison to the black, black, and black that she was wearing. So it really is possible. So what I'm going to say to you is, first of all, if there is a color that you know works for you, you may not even know that it works for you, but it does. It's normally that color that every time you wear it, somebody will say, have you done something with your hair? Have you just come back from vacation? There's something about you that looks amazing and looks different, but people can't spot what it really is. Now, maybe they do know it's a color, and maybe they've even said to you, wow, that color looks great on you. Girlfriend, that is your pop color. Now, you can start with one of those colors if you know what that color is. Go into your closet, your existing closet. Don't even shop yet. Go into your existing closet and look. Maybe there's something in there. Maybe it's a dress that you wore to an event that you were daring and suddenly wore a color. Maybe it's a top that you've worn once or twice, but it's gotten stuck behind everything else that's all black because you're just sure that black is going to make you look slimming. Go and take a look and see what that is. Put it on. How do you feel? Now, I want you to pay attention. What does your under eye look like? What does your complexion, your cheeks look like? Do you look more yellow? Do you look tired? Do you look drained? You know, those are generally the colors where people are going, oh, I'm so sorry. Did you get enough sleep last night? It's that kind of color. That's not your color, right? But the opposite of that is even without makeup, you're gonna have a rosier complexion. It's gonna lift your face, your under eye will look lighter, all of those things. Now, if that sounds really complicated, because for some women it is, I get it, all right? I'm going to introduce two colors that are really good colors to start with. The first color is cobalt blue. I've been styling women for over 20 years, and I have never met a woman who doesn't look good in cobalt blue. When I was living in South Africa and I had my collection, I used to call it electric blue. And it does just create this electricity, even though it's a blue color, because it's such a good pop of color. So if you have not yet tried color, if you have not ventured into color, I want you to try a cobalt blue. It just lifts your complexion. It is so easy to wear and often very easy to mix and match with so many different neutrals. The second really easy color to wear is turquoise, and I mean a really good clean turquoise. So one that's not too green, it's not too teal, but it's a really nice bright turquoise. This color is so easy for every woman to wear. Again, in my 20 years of styling and designing for women, I have never met a woman who doesn't look great in this color. Now, both with cobalt and with turquoise, you may not love the colors, but you certainly can try them if you're venturing into color. Now, what happens if you know what that one pop color is for you? Maybe it's red. Maybe it's that fuchsia pink like it is for me. You know that that color works really well for you, but now you want to venture into more color because you're realizing the power of it. Because really, the right pop of color means that you need to wear less makeup. And even on the days when it's so piping hot outside and most of your makeup ends up melting away, you still can look really good. So let's discuss how you can find those other pops of color. I always go on a very simple method. Instead of color coding, which I personally find pretty confusing because what is in fashion is what is available. So when Pantone brings out their colors, that's kind of what's available, even in fabrications. So it makes it very difficult to shop your precise colors. Plus, I find our hair color changes, our skin color changes depending on the season. So yes, it may be somewhat of a good guide, but to me, it's boxing people into something that, I don't know, I just find it a little bit too restrictive. So this is another method that I use. Take your pop of color, the color that you know works really well for you, and compare it with the color that you want to wear. Now, what you want to pay attention to, as I've said before, pay attention to your under eye, pay attention to your whole complexion, and definitely pay attention to how yellow your complexion looks. If any of those things are true, if you're looking more yellow, if your under eye is darker, if you're looking paler, it's probably not your color. And what helps is you can take a selfie. So maybe just find good light. It's always helpful to find good light because if you've got yellow light somewhere, that's not going to be the thing. So if you can find natural light, that's a good idea. Take a selfie of yourself in the color that makes you pop, that you know works, and then take a selfie of yourself with the other color and do a comparison. So here you can see in this gray top, definitely not my color. And there was a time when I was desperate to wear gray because gray was all the fad. Okay, that was quite a few years ago when I was really trying to be in fashion. Now I just don't care. But the thing is, it really does make me look very pale, and I can see it because I film myself a lot. So this selfie thing can really help you. Sometimes when we look in the mirror, depending on the lighting, depending on the angle, it can kind of give us a not so accurate reflection. So do a selfie and see for yourself what works really well. Now, if you're at this point and you're like, I love the idea of having colors that really make me pop, make me look younger, but you don't want to have to figure this out on your own. I get it, girlfriend. So if that is you, I do offer one-on-one styling sessions, both here in New York and online. I'll put the details in the description box below. But don't go, because I have the next video for you. I'll see you then.